And I'm also going to start grouping this information into kind of the zones that they're in. So I believe Lord Nayar was in Varnordos. This will make it a little easier for us to keep track, kind of like who's interacting with each other, because they'll be in different regions. Oh, we didn't find out where in the world Aeon Isitar is, so we can come back to that. That'll be Gray Sea. Awesome. So let's find out, before I wrap up here, let's figure out where in the world is Aeon Isitar. Amonishtar, do you have an idea of like what kind of culture or setting he's in? And I can see if one of these fits and make it more likely, but I think we'll still leave it up to chance a little bit. So he'd like cold weather. Interesting. It's not very common. If I go to the map here and just show you guys, we'll try to think about where that would be in the world of Gethra. So right now, this is kind of the known world of Gethra. This is the equator right across the middle here. So this is like the warmest stretch on the planet. And this line up here is the tropics. So that's kind of everything within here is going to be jungle and really hot. So for cold weather, I think we'd be looking at maybe some of these mountain ranges further north. So the Amarella Mountains. This might actually be a good spot for him because Yerrick, as we know, is a very spooky city. But it's not that central, so he might want to be more centralized. Let's see, where else might be cold? We could do out here. There's a lot of population in the inland here. Some of the biggest cities is actually, like one of the biggest cities is Ith. He really hates when it gets hot in one part because it makes preserving books and relics really hard. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so let's stay away from up here then, because while it might be cooler in some parts of the mountains, this is also near the desert, and it's just a very dry, well, actually dry climate is good for the books, even if there's heat. You just don't want humidity. So maybe we should have him be in the Amarella Mountains. I think that that's central enough. He can communicate with a few different parts of the world, and people could come to him. I don't think he'll be in Yerrick, but we could say he had perhaps his own little base of some kind out here. Okay, well, if you want to stick with the cold thing, let's have him be over here in Elhokar then, because that's a city that's not going to be too extreme in any form of weather, except for maybe rainy. But I think that would be okay. He could have his own little stronghold of some kind there. So let's add that on to his page here. Save that, and we're going to head back into articles. Oops, I wanted to edit that. All right, so we'll add in here Aeon Isitar's base of operations is near or within Elhokar. And we can grab a link for that if I head into articles. Awesome. Okay, I think I'm going to work on wrapping up here now, guys. Not a super long stream here. I meant to start a little earlier this afternoon, but some stuff came up. Unfortunate, having a day job and everything else. Yeah, but we'll kind of come back to this later this evening. Actually, my brother's coming up this weekend to visit, so I'll still be on in the evenings. Probably won't do an afternoon stream tomorrow. I'll cancel that off my schedule, but you guys, if you want to tune in, I'll be on, let's see, what time is it now? Maybe in 5 or 6 hours. I'll be back on stream here, so feel free to come back. Babacus, if you're around, we can figure out more about He Who Basks, or Amon Ishtar, if that's not too late for you. It might be a little in the middle of the night for you, but... Yeah, I do not like the heat myself. I love, I'm not sure where you guys are located, but here in Canada, I like it. I like it nice, nice and cool for most of the year. All right. Yeah, and actually here, why don't I just if you're curious, Emma Nishtar, you can find your character here, and I'll send you a link. There we go. So you can always come back and check that out if you want. All right. But yeah, feel free to tune back in later, guys. And looking forward to continuing this. And I will be. My hope is to stream, quite regularly, and with lots of different segments throughout the day. So feel free to tune in whenever works for you, and I will see you guys around. All right. Well, nice chatting with you guys again, and thanks for all the great ideas, Aeon Ishtar, and we'll see what happens next time. All right. From the Knaves Guild, have a good day.